One variance test is a hypothesis test that you use to compare the variance or standard deviation to a standard. Alternatively, it can also be used to understand the confidence interval of variance and standard deviation for a particular sample. Let's see how to do this test on Minitab. I go to stats, I go to basic stats, go right, look at choose the option 1 variance. Click on the columns, choose the data that you would want to study. Let's say I'm studying the production data. If I check this box of perform hypothesis test, I would need to give it a target, a standard that I would want to compare it against. If I don't click this and I press OK, it will give me a confidence interval of my subject of study. Let me do that for you. Press OK. If you see here, it says the chi-square method is only for normal distribution. The Bonnet method is for any continuous distribution. It also publishes for me the CI for standard deviation, CI for variance. Depending on whether your data is non-normally distributed or normally distributed, you would choose the results coming from either the chi-square or the Bonnet. Let me repeat that for you. Before you conduct a one variance, it is imperative for you to understand whether your data is normally distributed or not. However, the one variance test gives you results for both. Well, if your data is normally distributed, you would accept the results coming from the chi-square test. If your data is not normally distributed, you will accept the results coming from the Bonnet test. And it is publishing for you the confidence interval of your standard deviation and the confidence interval of your variance. If you were to specify a target, if I were to say perform hypothesis test for standard deviation, I am giving it a value of 40. If I am pressing OK, it is now checking whether the standard deviation of the sample that I chose is equal to 40 or not. If you see here, it is giving you a p-value of 0.223, meaning that null hypothesis is true. It is very evident. If you see the confidence interval of standard deviation for both chi-square and Bonnet, 40 is within the confidence interval. Can you see that? The confidence interval for chi-square is 34.3 to 41.6. And for Bonnet, it is 34.9 to 40.9. So definitely 40 will fit between one of these. Hence, when I chose 40 as the target that I wanted to compare it against, it is publishing for me a p-value of greater than 0.05, meaning that null hypothesis is true. Similarly, if you were to choose variance, you could give it a target. Let me choose a target of 1800. Press OK. If you see here or here, in both conditions, it is telling you that the p-value is less than 0.05. Evidently so, because if you see both the cases, 1800 is out of bound. The upper limit for the CI of variance for chi-square value is 1728, which is less than 1800. And for Bonnet, it is 1670, again less than 1800. So because I chose 1800 as the standard, it is giving me alternate hypothesis in Minitab.